All right, what's up, everybody? If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Chakits Krulsawat, licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas now for 16 years. So today we're going to be talking about the current Las Vegas housing market. So I just pulled the reports for the ending of the month of July. And also we're going to be talking about single-family residence, condos, and also townhomes. If you are a buyer, should you buy? And if you are planning on selling, what do you need to do to actually sell your property in today's environment, okay? So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the single-family residence, okay? So for single-family residence, the last 7 days, we only sold 384 homes. Now, the median price point is $480,000. Now, if we look back a year ago, it was only $460,000. That's up 4.2%. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking about, the market has slowed down and all that stuff, but the crazy part is we still gone up 4.2%. The question is why, and I'm going to get into this here shortly. Now, the price per square foot, you will be paying $260 a square foot. Last year, it was only $251 a square foot. That's up 3.5%. The average days on the market today is only 23 days. But last year was only 17 days, so it only has gone up a few days. So if you are a seller, this doesn't mean that you have to really panic sell, right? Now, the current inventory, we have a total of 7,129 homes currently available. Last year, inventory was only 5,379 homes. Now, this is actually up 25%, okay? This is still such a healthy market at 7,000 homes. The absorption rate today is only at 3.6%. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It is only a 3.6 month supply. But if we take a look, last year was at 2.8 month supply, but this is actually up 23%. I know that these numbers can kind of look scary because, 23%, 25%, I mean, that seems like a lot, but it's not really moving the needle. I mean, we're only at a 3.6 month supply. Now, when we start getting up to the 7, that's where, the alarms start ringing, right? Now, let's take a look at townhomes. Now, townhomes, the last 7 days, we only sold 48 townhomes. The median sales price today is only at $355,000. Last year was at $345,000, up 2.9%. The price per square foot is at $252. Last year was at $244. Now that is actually up 3.2%. The average days on the market, 22 days. Last year, 18 days. This is up 18%. We currently have 1,011 townhomes on the market for sale. Last year was only at 641 homes. That's up 36%. The inventory, 3.9 of month supply. Last year was only 2.6 months. That's up 34%. Now let's take a look at some condos. Last 7 days, we only sold 35 condos. The median sales price at $245,000. Last year, $245,000. So condos are not moving whatsoever. They're stabilizing. Not too many people want condos because of the HOAs. Now, if we take a look, the median price point, $234 price per square foot. Same thing, no movement. This market is completely dead and dry. The average days on the market, 32 days. Last year was only 20 days, up 38%. We currently have 1,482 condos currently on the market for sale. Last year was only 1,016 units for sale. And this is actually up 31%, okay? Inventory, 5.2. Remember, I told you when you start getting to that 7, this is where you need to worry about. Now, last year was only 3.3, up 35%. Now, here's the thing. This is how you determine how the sectors work, okay? The first to go, believe it or not, is multifamily, high-rises, condos, townhomes, then single-family residence. So if we look here, the inventory is starting to climb. Once we start hitting 7 months here, we got a problem. What is driving the inventory spike? So this is what I'm seeing in the market. Buyer demand is starting to cool down because higher mortgage interest rates, and buyers want to sit on the sidelines and wait to see if the market is going to slow down even lower. I get this all the time. I'm talking to people, they're considering buying, but once they find out what the interest rate is based upon their monthly payment, at that point, they're just like, this doesn't make any sense. Totally understandable. Also, because the rates are so high, we have the new president, our new administration in. They're talking about dropping rates down to 1.5% once Jerome Powell, right? Once he's done with his term, Trump is planning to get somebody in there, and basically whoever gets in there is going to be a yes sir. That's what I'm thinking. So I think rates can go down to 1.5% with this new Trump administration. If that happens, then that means you bought at the right time. But the problem with that is money's cheap, then home prices can actually skyrocket. Now, typically, one of the strategies that we do use in the buyers that are buying, and I want you to think about this. If you happen to buy now at a discounted price and you were able to get your closing costs paid for, right? But you are at the 6.25. Now, what you could do is sit on it. If you played the market right, rates do drop, you just refinanced it into a lower rate and you got the best deal, because if the interest rates go down, then home prices will go up because you're going to have more buyers, right? You're going to have more demand. Now let's talk about the inventory with these sellers. So now as of June, there were a total of 6,992 single-family residents in Southern Nevada with no offers. Now this is actually a 70% increase last year. This is crazy, okay? 70% increase of inventory. Now condos and townhomes climbed nearly 88%. Remember how I talked about the condos were about like 5.3 or 5.8 months of supply? Nobody's really buying it. So this is where you're starting to see this. Now here's another one. People are actually cashing out on their homes. Homeowners and investors especially, right? Those who bought multiple properties during 2020 to 2022 are now selling. This is the reason why the inventory is coming up, because now a lot of sellers are having panic mode, including myself, and also investors are strategically strategizing to liquidate their property, take that cash, sit on that cash, and they want to wait to see exactly what is going on. Now the question is, should you buy a home now? Well, that really just depends on you. But here's two things that we really focus on right here. More properties to pick from. So if you are considering purchasing a home, you have more options to pick and choose. Now, before, buyers didn't really have that option. They had to pay all their closing costs. They had to waive the inspections. They had to waive the appraisal just to get a property. But now, the buyers that I do take out, they are just looking the whole Las Vegas Valley. They want to see exactly what their money can buy. And I totally understand that. Another thing I'm starting to see is that buyers have more leverage to negotiate price, closing costs, repairs, and incentives. So for like resale homes, I'm seeing on the purchase agreement, a lot of things are shifting on how we negotiate these deals now. What I'm starting to see is a lot of buyers are asking for the 3% towards closing costs. And the reason why sellers are giving them the 3% closing costs is because new home sales, their incentives are unreal. Like I just locked in a deal right now at 4.5% on a $680,000 home. That is insane. Was able to negotiate the blinds as well, and also the washer and the dryer, but then we renegotiate for another price reduction, and we didn't want the washer and dryer and the refrigerator. So there's a lot of negotiating power here. But if you are someone that is looking to sell your home and this is a resale home, understand you will be competing with new home sales, especially with these low rates. Some of these incentives is all the way up to $30,000. Now, if you're a seller or you're considering selling, these are the things that you need to really understand. Pricing your home aggressively. We are no longer in the times where if you want to sell your home, that you price it based upon comps, okay? Obviously, you got to take a look at the comps. You got to take a look at who you're competing against with, what that condition of the home is, how long it's sitting on the market, and really have somebody to take a look at your property to tell you the honest truth if your property is outdated. Because every seller I work with, they always try to sell me of how great their property is. But at the end of the day, buyers are shopping around. If buyers are approved for $500,000, they're going to shop every single home for $500,000 to see what type of upgrades they can actually get for their home. So if your home is outdated, you may want to price it aggressively. Now, I had a client that has a home that's about 3,200 square feet in North Las Vegas. They wanted to start off at the 480, but based upon the condition of the home, I knew that we had to price it at $440,000 to move this. However, we played that game because at the end of the day, it's not up to me, it was up to the seller. So the seller said, hey, let's price it where I want to price it. Let's get some action. Now, with our marketing skills and techniques and strategies, we were able to get a bunch of people into the house, but unfortunately, we didn't get any offers. 3 weeks later, he decided to drop the price down to $440,000. Now we just got an accepted offer because it was priced aggressively and it was priced correctly based upon the condition of the property, okay? Now, unique properties move faster. Now, this is where I go again. Buyers are shopping around. So the more upgrades that you have, the cleaner your home is, the curb appeal that you have. If you have that unicorn property within your community, I'm talking about some sort of view, if you have a pool, like all these are those type of upgrades that if you are competing with another seller, you want to make sure you have these upgrades that they don't have. Now, they will move a lot faster. Another thing we got to take a look at, getting with the right real estate agent, marketing strategies. This is the most important thing. A lot of you guys out there that are selling your home, you are being preached with other agents that I can sell the home, I can sell the home. And all they do is throw on the MLS. There's more to it now in today's market. You gotta get with an agent that knows how to market your property, especially like on social media, just like this. And a lot of sellers, this is what I see. Agents will tell that seller what they want to hear. But the main focus for the seller is they want to get the price that they want to get, and it's unrealistic in today's market. And the agent is saying, yeah, I'll sell it for that price. They go under a contract, and all they do is, hey, price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. It is better to have a line of communication and be straight up front and have a strategy on how we are going to get this thing sold. Offer some closing costs. If you're not willing to pay the buyer's agent commission or offer closing costs, especially now you're competing against new home sales across the valley, chances of you moving your property is very slim. This is so important. I cannot express this enough. So you need to make sure, offer some sort of incentives. Give the buyer something. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments below. Would you buy in today's market or would you actually wait? Now, if you are a seller thinking about selling your home, give us a call today because I definitely would love to sit down with you, take a look at your property, see if we are the right fit, come up with a strategy, how we can actually sell your home. Other than that, I wish you guys nothing but the best and be blessed. Peace. Hey, thanks for scanning that QR code. I really do appreciate it. So if you're thinking about selling your home and you want to learn how we are able to sell your home for top dollar and how we can actually sell it for fast, it really just comes down to marketing. Just like this video here, I was able to drive you to this video, right? At the end of the day, it's about how you market your property. You got to work with the right agent. I'm going to show you exactly all the strategies that I use to help you to sell your home faster and also for more money. And yes, that is my $400,000 Lamborghini. Give me a call.